So to start off, reflecting on last year, this year's publicity structure is different, and I'll get to that later. But so reflecting on last year, some of our strengths were that we did a lot of publicity for CSC programming events, and those were successful. Each event grew in terms of attendance and etc. So I thought we did a good job there. Our day of service shirts and our CSC sunglasses were popular. I don't know if you guys remember those, but I did see those all throughout campus throughout the year. So in general, I think we did a good job taking a step forward and growing our brand and our image. So how can we improve? So as you can see, a lot of the focus last year was on CSC, and we want to have a more balanced approach. So we want to create that bridge between us and the 23 projects. And we just want to be a resource for them in any way. And so we're gonna try to get our feet wet and establish those relationships with the projects this year. We're gonna continue to work on our brand, and this year we hired 3 new graphic designers. And so we want to take advantage of their creativity and think of some bold, creative, eye-catching designs. So the new structure of publicity, it's going to be the graphic design team that I mentioned earlier. They'll work with apparel, flyers, branding, A-boards, logos, etc. They are Yasmin and Sienna. Then we also have public relations. He's going to focus on the newsletter, possibly a blog, and he's also going to be the point person for media outlets on campus like Daily Bruin. Also, organizations like ORL. His name is Griffin, and his email is right there. And then we also have social media. Of course, there's Facebook and Instagram, but we also introduced a website last spring. It's communityservicecommission.org. I encourage you to check it out, and Priya's in charge of that as well. She's over there, and that's her email. Cool. So to start off with graphic design, in Kirchhoff 405, we have one of the computers has Adobe CS6, so that's Illustrator, InDesign, Photoshop, and you're welcome to use that at any time. I think we're working right now to get that on more computers, and when we do, we'll be sure to let you know. Our designers, if you guys want to put out new t-shirts or anything else really, you can come to us. Branding, working on your logo, flyers, you can come to us. I think Project Bright emailed us earlier about working on their logo. And yeah, we are also always open to new ideas. This year for swag, we did different things like lanyards, sticky notes, pens. Actually, I don't know if we did pens. We did stickers though. But so if you have any ideas for swag, let us know. And if you want to just experiment, we'll help you contact vendors and research prices. Some vendors CSC typically works with is Guerrilla Marketing. They made that shirt. We also worked with Manhattan Stitching in the past, so there's that. And there's some other vendors. They're not coming to mind yet, but yeah. So how to make a design request. So to start off the year, any and all graphic design requests, they can be sent to me at my email. Last year we experimented with a design request form. I don't know how successful that was, and maybe we can get that up soon, but for now, you can just email me. So either I will personally help you design whatever you need, or I will connect you to one of our 3 designers. So when you do want a design, you can set up an appointment and we'll sit down with you to personally create a design. For me personally, I like this because I can get more of your input, and email takes a lot of back and forth. I know some of our designers feel differently because they like to take their time. So please give a deadline or date in what you need it done by. This allows us to work and prioritize accordingly. And typically, if you need just a t-shirt in 2 days, we'll try to help you as much as possible, but it just makes our job difficult, and the quality won't be that great. So for t-shirts, the reason I bring this up is if you have a design in mind and you can draw, but you lack the technical experience, you can draw it out, and what we can do is we can scan it, and I can make it a t-shirt. We did that last year with our Project Bruin shirts with the bear, the superhero bear. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but yeah, that's an option. So logos, if you guys want to recreate a logo, just sit down and talk to us. Tell us what you're trying to convey with your logo. One exercise we do is you giving us 5 adjectives that you want to convey, that you want your logo to convey, like, I don't know, warmth. It doesn't have to be an adjective either, it can be a noun, like community, I don't know. Colors, and what will you use the logo for? Is it going to go on your letterhead? Is it going to go on your shirts, your flyers, everything? Just helps, you know. So how to make a request continued? If a sit-down appointment is not possible, which is fine, then just be very comprehensive about your comments. So right here, this is a table tent we just made last week. This was the first draft, and what Tito did, which she's our programming director, she printed it out and she made all these notes, and she, I guess she scanned it and sent it back to us. And by doing this, it was really helpful because she was able to visualize, and we were able to visualize the changes she wanted us to make. So, and she was really comprehensive. So that just helps. The more detailed you are, the better. So public relations and social media. For now, I'm just going to combine them because their goal is really similar. They're responsible for knowing what's going on with each of the 23 projects, which is a lot. They're going to be working with the PLDs pretty closely. And their purpose is to spread the word and news of our projects throughout the campus and within the commission. So there is a lot that goes on in the 23 projects, and no one really knows what's going on. So for example, Project Bright, they didn't have site last year, and they're reopening site this year. That's huge. And Project Wild is opening up a new site, and no one really knows about what's going on with the other projects. So I think by making it an emphasis, we can sort of make CSE more of a community and like work on that unity that we're talking about. Let's see. So public relations. So as I mentioned, he's the point person for CSE and communicating with other organizations. So if you do want to communicate with ORL, you can ask Griffin or something like that, or Daily Bruin. And so the newsletter is something new. Last year I think we only put out 1 newsletter, and that was at like the end of the year. So we want to make it a monthly thing. We want to have different features on like volunteers, directors, and projects. And I got this idea because when I was at Banquet, we passed out Lifetime Achievement Awards to 3 of our directors that are graduating. And when they were being introduced, and I heard about all the awesome things they were doing, I was like, I thought it was kind of a shame that this was the only time they were getting some spotlight. So I'm going to try to introduce that as a part of the newsletter. What's new with the projects? Project Wild opening up a new site. Last year, Champs opened up a new basketball court, so little things like that. Hopefully it'll have a lot of pictures, and we want this newsletter to go to volunteers, directors, alumni, and people just generally interested in CSE. Yesterday actually, during EAF we had over 300 people sign up for the newsletter, and hopefully we can get this out in a week, 2 weeks, I don't know, but it'll be out soon. And if there's anything you'd like for us to add to the newsletter, feel free to email Griffin, and that's his email once again, CSC Publicity. So social media. For Facebook, if there's anything you'd like for us, well in general Facebook, website, if there's anything you'd like for us to add to either of them, whether it's about fundraisers or updates, then just let us know. You can, Priya right there. For example, another thing is during like our events, CSE events like Day of Service, we manipulate our flyers so they can fit the dimensions of the cover photo on Facebook. So if you guys want that extra publicity as well, we can do that. And our Instagram is UCLA CSC, so follow us. And we're thinking about doing a CSC Twitter in the future. Priya mentioned it, but that's just, we'll think about it. And so to start off the year, we all want to meet up with the projects, if you guys want, within the first few weeks. And I want to get your input on what's the best way to meet up with you guys. So I guess I'll ask you guys that at the end. And when we meet with you guys, we just want to kind of create a publicity plan. And so each project has different priorities. most groups, for example, they prioritize like growth and recruitment, but I've actually met projects that don't. Like, I think I talked to Kids Corner last year and they said they were fine with the size they're at now. So if you want to meet with us, then just reach out to us, and if not, I'll try to reach out to you. So just some cool random ideas. We want to do a new CSC video. We don't have too many ideas yet, so again, I'm going to ask later what your input on this is, and what you want a CSC video to convey. And one thing we thought of is having like CSC shirts or crew necks, and they would have our logo on the front, but it would have your like project name on the back, so like ProLit. I thought that was a cool idea. And if you guys have any other cool ideas, please let me know. And yeah, you can reach us by our office hours. I'll hold 2 office hours a week, but you can always email me, and I'll be in the office pretty often. It'll be in Kirchhoff 405 as usual, and they'll be posted soon. There's my email once again. And yeah, that's it. So do you guys have any questions or suggestions? All right.